So welcome back to my channel. So today we will talk about the extent report and how to send it to inbox. So in our last video, you might be remembering. So I will also put that link in my current video. You can go through that. And there I have explained about end-to-end creation of the Selenium framework using Maven, TestNG, and all the components. We will now talk about how to send the extent report to inbox. That is also very simple, like how I showed creation of framework. Uh, so let's going back to that topic. So setup part we can do it either with Gmail or Outlook, so whatever you are using. So for my example here I have used Gmail, but one thing you have to remember is the normal post password will not work here. So what will work is your app password, and for that you need to do some Google settings. So about that I have already written it how you need to do the setup. So this document also I will attach to my framework so that you can follow it, because if you use your Gmail password or Outlook password, it will not work, or maybe it will get locked because the GitHub will the machine will try to keep using the same password and it will get locked. So instead of stuck in there, it's better we create the app password, and these are the steps. You can just go through that, and you can just create a password and use it. And then later on, you need to go to GitHub Actions. So I will show you what you need to do. So I can simply go to our GitHub Action. Yes, GitHub Action is here. And in that, we need to go to settings. So, okay, let's go to setting part. In this setting, you need to go to secrets and variable. Here you need to go to actions, and all your app password, Gmail username, or if you're using Outlook app password, Outlook username, and to email, you need to create it here. So like this, you need to click on new repository setting, and let's call maybe if in future I will be using Yahoo username, then I will just write Viplav qa@yahoo.com. So like this, you need to add the secret, and once you have added it, you cannot see it. So even if you will, let's suppose I have added Gmail app password here, right? If I try to edit, so it will not show me what I have added. So that is for security purpose, right? So this is where you need to do the configuration, remember it, and the same thing I have written here. So even if you forget, if you follow this path, you will get to know where you need to add it, and then we need to update all this in our workflow in YAML file. So let me show you where I have given all this detail in YAML file for our project. So this is our YAML file. So we have already talked about it in our last video. We got to know that okay, when we push the code, automatically it will run in GitHub Action. Now the machine which I want to select, I can take Ubuntu, I can take Linux, I can take other latest one, I can take the even from the iOS. So it's up to you wherever you want to run. For my demo, I have used Windows. Then we talked about at each step what we are doing, and in this step we are running our test. And finally, let's coming to the extent report. So here what we are doing. So if you remember, whatever report is getting generated, it goes to this target folder, and this is how it looks like. Okay, and since for my each run, I have the timestamp attached so that with each run I will have some unique report. So for that already my framework has a basic code available. So if you want to really see that, you can check that in my base class where we have written this code. So in for this extent report, we have simply what we did, we appended the timestamp. Yep. So if you see, I just added a timestamp, I added date, hours, and all, and now we are just when we are running, and after execution, automatically with the new extent reports is getting generated in target folder. There is no rocket science in that, and we are just running it this code before suite, right? Just remember that. So all this code anyway we can take it later when we will go on detail on TestNG, because currently I just wanted to explain and focus on report sending it to Gmail. So we were here. So in this code, so this name, so this is just to like a in the logs you will get to know okay, find latest extent report, this is running. So you once it is running in GitHub Action, there you will get to know. So I will show you the logs also in few minutes. And I want this script to run PowerShell script. So this are all commands from PowerShell script. There is no need to remember things. First thing I want to tell everyone, there is no need to remember, just understand things. So if you Google, you will easily get all these codes. Okay, it's you don't get to fear that okay, what if I need to really read this? Will my interviewer will ask me all this question? No, they will not write. They will not ask you. They will simply ask you how did you do the setup, how you are doing it. Maybe like this, you can explain in high level how you did it. So you just need to know what each command is doing, like what this get child item will do. So it will list file in target directory. So this is my right. This is my target directory, and it will give the list of all. And what this sort will do, it will sort all my report file in the order. Okay, once that is done, it will try to take the latest one that we are doing using select object. So if you see, this is all we are doing here. There is a filtration, then we are sorting, then we are using this code last write time, selecting it, selecting the last, and then finally storing that particular report here in our right. So this is where we are now storing it. Once that is stored, we need to now upload this artifact. Okay, the upload part is being done here, and the final thing of sending the report. So this thing will do it. So we are using this David D6 action send email. So this is generally we use to send the email, and here in this command what we are doing. So now we are doing Gmail SMTP server setup here. We are providing the address for Gmail. If it is Outlook, you can give Outlook here. It's always 587 TLS port. So this is all configuration. No need to go much deeper what why, but this configuration you must know that okay with this line what we are doing. So here we are providing username password from. So if you see secrets.gmail username, that's coming from my settings only. So just now I have shared that with you, right? This from here it will pick all those secret because all this value we cannot keep in YAML because it will violate the security rules. If you want to send your email to your manager also, you can put that in your to email list. So that is also you can configure in your setting, right? And any subject you want to provide. So I will for this I will just write test report my for my YouTube viewers. Okay, for my YouTube viewers. So I want that title when I get the report in my inbox, and I want something like in body what it should be written, and one more thing, the attachment. So when the email is sent to me, I should see the attachment, right? So when I ran it, I already did the sample, and you see we got the report like this. Okay, we have this report attached, and whatever body I provided is there. And to list, I give my email ID only. That's why we are seeing it. Fine. We will do it again in front of you. But before that, first of all, let's check whether our code is at least running in our local. So either I can go to terminal, right? This is one way to run. So we will just do Maven test. Okay, and let's see whether our code is right now running in local and whether we are getting reports or not. So now my code started. It did the compile. Okay, the compilation is done. Now, if you see this test, it means it has been started. Now it is running my test suite. Now running test on Chrome browser. Okay. Now whatever test I have written using testng, it will try to run it. So in my other desktop, we have this already open and I'm running three tests parallelly. So that's why there are three windows right now running. I just wanted to execute quicker. That's why I did a parallel run. We can talk about that also. How I have done the setup for this parallel execution using testng and using the thread local concept, right? We will take it later. So in this video, my task is just to share you how you can end to end even generate the report and send it to your Gmail and or Outlook or whatever configuration you have currently in your office. There you can send it. Okay, all set. So right now our execution is complete and you will see as soon as execution is done, we are getting our reports. So we ran three tests and all are passed. Okay, the same report now I wanted to came come to my Gmail. So let's do that. Let's close whatever we had and let's, if you remember, whenever we will push the code to master as it's written here, it will again run. It will again run in my GitHub action, right? So let's do that. So I'm adding useful documents from viewer. Yeah, I added that and did some subject changes. Comment and push the code. Okay, now I have pushed my code to my GitHub repository. Shall we check it? Let's check it. Now you can see it is telling now. So yeah, just now since we added this document, so whatever I just showed you the document, even this PPT has some info. I have added this presentation telling about the benefits of this, telling about common uses, so all those stuff. I don't want to go with theory. That's I never do it. I always try to show things practically. So because this is all you will be doing in your company, right? So theory part anyway anyone can explain, but when we do think practically, that only matters. So, but for your info, for your setup part, I have already added this. You can find those useful links in this source folder. And since I have pushed my code right, so now what will happen in our actions, automatically the pipeline should get triggered. If you see, now it is running. So let's see what it is running. So, okay, so let's go to the test. So all till now already the setup thing, checkout code. Okay, even this is done. Even the JDK setup for 11 version is done. Cached Maven dependency. Yep, that is also done. Now our Maven test. It is running. See, it has started. Okay, so let's wait for some time. So at the end, what we should get is we should have one new email here and have our report. Okay, that's our end goal. So let's see if that's happening or not. So right now again it's running. So let's wait for some more time. Let all our three tests run in the Chrome browser. So from the logs at least we can see that yeah they are running in the Windows runner, which is currently in cloud, not in local. Our execution is completed. If you see, we have this Maven test completely done, and it is able to find the latest extent report. It has uploaded all the test report. And if you see the right symbol here, send the test report to email. Okay, so this is what, if you remember, we have set up all this thing, right? The same we can see in the logs here. So let's see if, whether we got these report in our email. Cool. See, test report for my YouTube viewers. Whatever I have written that in the title, we can see that. Now please find the attached test report. That is what I wrote for the body. Now let's open this report and download it. I'm downloading it. It's downloaded. Okay. Now let's open it. Yep. So you have all those three report. It is showing the current time, which is 12:15, 7:52 a.m. That perhaps that is the time of the machine where we run, because right now in India it is 1:25 p.m. This could be US time. Okay. So we have all our reports here, extent report, and we got it in the Gmail. So that's all for today, and I will continue to like do more optimization to framework, and we will also talk about the parallel execution. We will also talk about the configuration manager. We will talk about the driver factory. We will also talk about all these topics in our next videos. We will also discuss about the parallel run as well. So till then, thank you. Bye bye. Take care. God bless you all.